The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 7. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. Across midfield. He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
78 yards.
And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Room past the 35.
And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw, Cousins. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Cousins.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, it didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll dump this off to Achane. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and a couple. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tua now on first down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one goes for 30 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwanger now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, you may have to dial things back a little bit.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. To throw is Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
They go play action. Cousins.
He'll find Osborne here.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Cousins now on 2nd down.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Cousins again. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Cousins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison, 44 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
Cousins will try and throw. It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And his
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 181 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. In motion, Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Here comes 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They'll still maybe want to think about letting that play clock run a little here. It's 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Joseph's got it. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st down. Here's Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.